Taylor.
Little lady with a great challenge in front of her. This is Flo.
Baby Flo. She wins the world championship. And the winner's circle for that cowgirl.
Fallon Taylor will win.
She's riding an amazing horse out of Baby Flo.
It's one of the babies for Baby Flo.
Low to the clove.
Hush, buddy. Hush, buddy.
If you've been wanting to get into the barrel futurity game and see what the Ruby Buckle is all about, this vlog is for you. Let's take you behind the scenes of all things Ruby Buckle. One thing that I love about the accommodations at the Lazy E Arena, which is in Guthrie, Oklahoma, where the Ruby Buckle takes place for the Central competition, and by the way, the Pink Buckle and a lot of other really big things like the BFA and other events are going to happen here. So you want to familiarize yourself with this area. One thing that I love is their RV spots. Now you need to sign up for those early. We lucked out and got one later at the stall office for some people that didn't show. This is really accommodating for those of you that have a living quarters trailer or an RV like we have. Makes it really simple. One thing that I did see here that I thought was absolutely genius is renting of camper trailers. So a lot of people have rented, I should say a few people I've seen rent camper trailers for the event from someone locally that knows this location. They have dog shows here, they have cheer competitions, they have all sorts of things, meaning that they have a lot of amenities that you can get your hands on. RV rental and camper rental is one of those things, and you can get that plopped down into an RV spot and make those arrangements outside of the Lazy E Arena so that you can have a camper here and not have to stay in a hotel if you would rather do that. Now, you guys be looking forward to my guide on how to use credit card points to get free hotel stays. Even though we have the RV, we do like the convenience of a hotel, so we still are staying in a hotel. The RV for us is for Brand to have a place to sleep and eat and snacks, and we're in the middle of 75 hard. So having all of our diet food, all those things in one location, that's what it's for us. But having a free hotel room is also really nice. The hotels are pretty close, about 5 miles away for the Holiday Inn that we're staying at. The other thing about the Lazy E Arena that you need to know, everything is miles away, spread apart. Barns down here, arena here, everything in between, and it rains a lot in North Texas in the spring. We just were in kind of a like tornado watch, maybe we're gonna get some hail, all that kind of jazz. So if you're not from the North Texas or Southern Oklahoma area, you need to know that you're always gonna have the chance of some really crazy weather. It could be 101 degrees here in April, it could be 48 and raining like it is today. You just never know, so make sure to pack accordingly. Now, because of that distance between everything, people rent golf carts, and a lot of them, but you have to do that in advance. So you have to reserve a golf cart. We're doing 75 hard, so we're not gonna reserve a golf cart, but I can just let you guys know that yesterday I walked 12.6 miles just going to get the horses back and forth, saddling, feeding for my runs, etc. That's a long distance, especially if you have somebody traveling with you that maybe can't do all of that walking. Be sure to think ahead and bring one of those little small golf carts, mini golf carts in your trailer, or rent a golf cart when you get here. Now, it is pricey. The golf cart rental I called on just to do a little research for this vlog, and it's around 500 bucks to rent them for the week if you're gonna be here this whole time. Now, this is Strut's very first futurity competition, so we wanted to get here early and do futurity yesterday and today, and then we will do the open this weekend. So total, this will be about 7 or 8 days of us being here. Plus we have a horse in the sale. It's going to be a long time in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Now they do have one concession trailer outside. They do have concessions inside. Make sure you pack plenty of food because this event runs for 8 to 10 hours a day and you're going to be here for a while. Now, why would you want to enter the Ruby Buckle? Well, it's $1.24 million up for grabs, kind of like running at the American for the same kind of entry fees without having to qualify. The qualification is how your horse is bred. So a lot of my horses don't qualify, a lot of my horses do. You nominate for the Ruby Buckle if you have one of the approved Ruby Buckle stallions, shout out to Turnpiker's Wagon, and you can compete for your share of this $1.24 million. Now the futurity has 200,000 of that, and it is a 2D format. Most futurities have a full second split between the 1 and 2D, but at this futurity, it's a 0.75 second split, which should just indicate to you exactly how tough the competition is here. For instance, today, the futurity round 2 was won with a 16.8. Those are 4 and 5-year-olds on a standard pattern. The top of the 2D was a 17.65. So it is tough, 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 but there's really nice horses. The ground is really good. And this is just a fantastic place to haul a young horse. They do have exhibitions for you before the futurity starts. So you do get one free exhibition with everything all included with your $500 entry. After you pay for stalls and your RV spots and things like that, and you roll over to the open, you're looking well over $1,000. So $500 in the open. If you roll over, $500 for the futurity. If you roll over to the open, that's another $500. The open is open to all age horses. So if you're not in the futurity, you're not in the Derby, you can still enter this weekend. We're going to do that on Mojo and Lolo, but we paid $500 per horse. We paid $500 per horse to run in the futurity, then we rolled it over an additional $500 to the open, which makes my hit barrels today hurt even more, because you want to be clean here to be actually maybe in the money on, if you don't win anything in the futurity, you could still win something in the open. It's a whole gambling shot, but your nomination fees have to be paid in full before you're allowed to compete at the Ruby or Pink Buckle. Those are $250 a year. Those are always due on August 1st. There is so much to look at and see. I'm going to show you guys the stalls, the amenities, all of the stuff and things. Oh, and then we'll talk about that sale horse. I'll take you over to that stall too. This arena is massive, but it's really, really easy to run in. Center alley, great warm up inside and outside, and the alleyway is set up great whether you run to the right or to the left. The stop is really easy. The announcers are friendly. You get 1 minute to get in the alleyway for those of you guys that have a little trouble getting in the alleyway, which I think is super forgiving with this many horses running. And as you can see, they have 4 tractors to do the big drags with, and they hire the very best in the business to do it. So this is a fantastic event. There are booths below me that have some stuff for sale because, you know, you always need something. They also have really cool merch, which I love, so we always grab the Who's Your Daddy t-shirts because they have the list of stallions, and this year was especially awesome for us because Alex and I got to see our very own Turnpiker's Wagon on the back of the shirt. You guys make sure to grab one of those. The announcers are fantastic, secretaries are great, and every single person in the office has been helpful. If you've seen my reviews on TikTok, you know that I am not afraid to tell you exactly what I think. Because I'm not sponsored by the Ruby Buckle, I'm not paid, my entry fees are just as expensive as everybody else's. So this is an honest review of, like, this thing's pretty awesome. I mean, if you're gonna have to haul from anywhere, we're only 3 hours away. If I had to haul 12 hours, I would still come to this event. It's pretty awesome. The warm up I think is really great. And that free exhibition is really cool, so you can let your horse see inside. I'm going to show you guys around to some more amenities. Behind me, you can see upstairs at the restaurant. It's incredible. It's for all ages. They even allow your pets to come in. They've never said anything to us. And they have mixed drinks for people that want to sit there all day and the dads that need to be cooled off while you go spend a lot of money in the arena. Now, we are going to show you some of the other amenities. They have AccuScope. They have an on-site performance veterinarian, Don Lee. They also have IV cocktails, which, if you can hear, I'm very sick, and I'm going to run get one of those right now, and a chiropractor. So everything that you need is going to be right here on the campus of Lazy E Arena. You're gonna have a really, really good time. So not only does the Lazy E offer over 500 RV spots with 50 amp plugs and water, they also have 584 permanent stalls. In addition to these stalls, they also sometimes for events put out tents with additional stalls when they need more than that, but the stalls all have dirt floors. And these stalls, every single pole that you see has an electrical plug, so you can have fans or cameras, whatever it is that you need for your stalls. But again, they're on dirt floors, which is my favorite. Concrete always makes your horse unnecessarily sore. Also, Mojo is giving this hangover hay net a run for its money. For you guys that are asking how they hold up, both my Halo and my hangover hay nets are the best. So regardless which one you decide, use code Fallon at checkout because these horses have put them through the mill and they're still doing amazing. Are you guys ready to see my horses work here at the Ruby Buckle? Here are some of my runs on Strut and Smoke Show. All right, we're back at Guthrie. You guys, it is so cold here. I'm not wearing a coat because Cody behind the camera is wearing a jacket. I'm wearing all of my undercover stuff from Ranch Dressin', which is just phenomenal. If you don't already have it, make sure to go check it out because it's like polar fleece on the inside and this vest is there too. Hey, mister. All right, I am using the new pads that are brand new to Tactical. I am so excited about these. I'm gonna rock a Squash Blossom shirt, which is just newly launched, and we're so excited about the new rodeo shirt collection. Enough plugs, I'm going to show you. Ooh, but after I saddle him, I want you to see the new style of breast collar that we possibly have coming, and you guys let us know if we should move forward with production. So futurity wise, I have Strut first, then Smoke Show. Strut is 4, Smoke Show is 5, but most futurities now allow for both of them to run. The eligibility depends on when you started entering them in actual competition. So I started entering him earlier and Smoke Show later. I'm matching everything. I'll be matching soon, but also I know you guys can hear it. I don't feel so hot, but yeah, soldier on, right? Not feeling super great, not 10 out of 10. We wear these Aura rings now. Sorry, did I just flip you off? I'm sorry. We wear Aura rings now and they give us like a readiness score based on how much you're sleeping and your activity and whatever else. I can tell you this, chasing around a 1-year-old accounts for a whole lot of miles a day. The stalls being extremely far from the arena accounts for a lot of miles a day. And you know, not sleeping a ton, but it is helping us stay on track. My readiness score, if you wear an Aura ring, my readiness score today is 65. We were hoping for a 95 moment running for this, but it is something I love to quantify things because if you've ever been to one of my clinics, you know that I love to measure things. Anything that can be measured can be improved or progressed. And so that's why I always encourage you guys to like go enter before you're ready, because that way you can see where you are and improve it. Just staying at home until it's perfect is gonna make you guys like never be able to go forward as quickly as you should. Same reason why I'm here. Does Strut feel like the most ready futurity colt I've ever been on in my life? Yes and no. He has amazing days, just like all of them, but he's 4. So it's like, you know, it is what it is. couldn't be more proud. Not only did we do really well in the first round, but we improved on 1 horse by 6/10 and 1 horse by 4/10 in the second round. So I'll take that improvement to the bank, even though those runs have down barrels, so I won't be able to cash any run checks. I'm still going to be able to leave here knowing how well we did on a standard pattern. A 17.5 and a 17.6 on a bunch of futurity horses, I will take that. So we're going to go down the rodeo road. These colts are going to get a little bit of experience hauling to some of these places as we hit jackpots along the way. Regardless, I'm so proud. You guys that have watched this journey for a long time. You have seen Smoke Show in a Petri dish on my Instagram story to the day she was born, to now this point of running at the Ruby Buckle as a futurity horse. It's all just so cool. The other big news that happens here at Ruby Buckle is they have a Ruby Buckle sale on Thursday. That's the only event, and it's only open to consigners that have a Ruby Buckle stallion. Alex and I have Turnpiker's Wagon, which we're so excited and so honored to have a spot in the Ruby Buckle stallion roster. So that means that we get to list one of our horses by our Turnpiker's Wagon in the sale. We are listing an embryo out of Low to the Flow, Lolo, and sired by Turnpiker's Wagon, hip number 89X. We are so excited. We can't wait to see who is going to get this foal. Obviously, there's going to be a recipient mare that the buyer will receive, and then the mare will be returned upon weaning of your foal. Make sure to subscribe, ding that notification bell, like this vlog if you love this type of vibe. Stay tuned because our very next vlog is going to be our open runs and the things that change about the Ruby Buckle for the open riders that don't have an aged event horse. I'm so excited that you guys joined us for this vlog. I'm really, really pumped up to take you guys through all the different events that we're going to go this year. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a thing. You can get a leap on the competition by having an inside view of all the behind the scenes. As always, don't forget to count your blessings, drink your protein, and say thank you to Jesus. See you next time.
I came from a non-horse background and wanted to be a professional barrel racer. Now I'm excited to say I am a world champion, but it was a long road to get here and I learned a ton of lessons. I got swindled, taken, had mentors lead me wrong, and now I want to make something so that you don't have to. 30+ years of experience have been put in my Horse Boss's dashboard for hours and hours of lessons in specific categories like hitting barrels, alley issues, when to enter, training your horse, and many, many more. Please join us today. You will not regret it.